We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello Roma, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We are here going to talk to Heath, which I'm excited for because I miss our boy. I stepped up to the bar waiting to catch Heath's attention. It only took a few moments before he noticed me, hurrying over with a sheepish smile. Oh, hi love. Hello Michiko. I'm glad you aren't too scared to stop by again after what happened. I'm fine, but are you alright, Heath? This place really got cleaned up fast, did you know? I brought my Kevlar vest this time. No. We're gonna ask if he's fine. Yes, I am, thank you. He ruffled one hand through his hair, letting out a long sigh. But I'd rather not talk about it, that's alright with you. Is there anything else on your mind? I have some questions about you, let's talk about someone else, something that happened recently. That's all for now. I don't think I've got to ask him about all this, right? What are your house powers like? Well, I have a little skill in glamour, which you've already seen, but I've never been able to use hypnosis. Maybe it's because I'm still young, or I just don't have the talent for it. He let out a small, self-deprecating chuckle. Like you, I didn't have a mentor when I was turned, so everything I've learned I had to teach myself, mostly. Glamour came to me quickly, but every time I use it, I get this strange feeling afterwards, so I don't practice it often. That's all there is. I don't think of my other powers very much. I prefer never to use them. He rubbed a finger along his cheek, gently shaking his head. How do you normally feed? Have you ever turned another vampire? Is there a meaning behind your necklace? About something else? Can I ask all these questions though? Have you turned another vampire? Heath quickly shook his head, looking a little distressed at the very thought. No, never. I don't ever want to either. Having to take somebody's life and then pulling them into our world forever? I just couldn't. A small shudder ran through him. What helps you find comfort as a vampire? Other people. Being around other people, I think. Both humans and vampires. Seeing humans still living their happy lives here, that makes me feel warm. And seeing the people in our society, our version of normal, living out theirs. I just don't like being alone for too long. It makes me start to wonder what I really am, what we really are. But being around others make me feel less different, calmer, I think. That's probably why I still run this bar. Is there meaning behind your necklace? Yes, I used to be religious. I think I still am. It helps to remind me that I'm not alone. His finger drifted up to the cross, slightly tracing along the metal with a reverent touch. This necklace was a Christmas gift from my mother. I've always treasured it. Aww. Well, it doesn't have any meaning beyond that. I'm sorry if the story isn't as exciting as you hoped. No, it's fine. He let out a faint laugh, his hand shifting back to his scarf. How do you normally feed? I drink from glasses as much as I can, but sometimes there are willing donors who come around. I just don't like to feed from them very often. It feels so inhuman. I know what you mean. I feel similarly. Really, I shouldn't be surprised. You have such a sweet heart. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Michiko. It makes me happy knowing I'm not alone. Well, alright. Let's talk about someone else. You and Randall? He hates me. The only reason he ever comes into the bar is to spend time with other Mavar. And when he doesn't ignore me, he's giving me disgusted looks. We used to deal with each other a little better, but over time we were further and further apart. The stronger Randall got, the more he seemed to hate me. I don't know if it's because of the war or because we came to understand each other's natures more. We're just total opposites. Do you know anything about his past? I think you could find common ground if you really tried. What's his past? Only that he grew up somewhere near Bakersfield. He worked in Hollywood before he was turned. That's what he says, at least. But no one here knew him until he became a vampire. I don't think he likes to talk about it very much. What's your relationship with Marcus? We've never really gotten along. No one gets along with my boy. Marcus and me. His philosophy is just so dark and cynical. I'm sure you've already seen it for yourself. He and I aren't enemies, but I know he doesn't like me, and that makes it very uncomfortable for me to be around him. Do you know how old he is? The question that we've always been asking everybody, so I might as well go for it. I really don't know, I'm sorry. I'm not close to him, but maybe Randall or Charisse could answer that for you. They know him much better than I do. He attempted to put on a smile, but it turned out more like a grimace. What do you think of Charisse? Cherie says, a very strong woman. One of the strongest I've ever met. His response was a little slow. Words were cautious and normal. But sometimes I think her strength, the way she's so determined to make a safe, lawful society for us, is her biggest weakness. She focuses on the whole instead of the parts, the society instead of the individual people inside of it. The good of the many over the few, so she doesn't let herself get attached to people easily, or tries not to. Do you like working for her? Is she attached to you? What kind of... I don't think she's attached to him. I think she just uses him for help. But is she attached to you? That's a very good question. If you ever figure out the answer, please tell me. Heath let out a short laugh about something else. Something that happened recently? Are you sure you're okay after what happened yesterday? I'm fine with Chico, I promise. He nodded, obviously wanting to reassure me. Alright, that's all for now. So soon, No, but really, thank you for coming to talk with me. Stay safe, Chico. Reaching to pull out a cigarette, Heath slowly turned away. Well, we leave now. Should I talk to the other dudes? I left the bar's quiet ambiance, returning to the street. I want to talk to other dudes. Just to learn about them. I don't know where this is going to put me in the political view, though, because I'm, like, being friendly with all the head honchos. I don't know. Probably gonna get disliked. Very disliked. I had my driver take me to Santa Monica, deciding to stop by Randall's place. It's my camera guy there. David. Was David his name? I think it was David. It's always popping in here. A large group filled the living room, laughing and chatting over drinks. They seemed absorbed in their own conversations, and none of them paid me much mind. There was no sign of Randall tonight either. Oh, really? Oh, well, let's talk to his people, I guess. I shifted towards one of the groups, trying to find an opening in the conversation. They didn't seem to notice me at all, though, and I found myself standing somewhat awkwardly in the corner. Hi there, could I speak to you for a moment? Just then a soft, pleasant voice called out behind me. Oh, you're cute! Are you gonna bully me? I turned to see a short girl studying me with a curious look, her eyes keenly peering into my face. Ah, I was right, you're Michiko, aren't you? The one and only. That's me, yes. The one and only is such a cocky-ass answer. No, that's me, yes. Good, I was right then. My name's Evelyn Marlowe. I love the name Evelyn. I'm a journalist doing a report on the conditions here. I heard you were the intriguing new face in town. Are you a vampire journalist? I heard you were the intriguing... Yeah, so, okay, I already read that. So I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions. Shouldn't take long, I think. Would that be alright? Yeah, I mean, I've been asking everybody questions. No one's asked me questions. So sure, go ahead. Questions about what? I'd rather not. Sorry, no thanks. I'm a busy woman. A busy woman that's just standing in the corner. No, sure, go ahead. Great. She twirled a pencil in her left hand, her eyes keenly watching my face. I'm not actually a member of LA's Coven, you see, though I am a Mavar. I come from London, where I'm something of an activist, and I'm visiting to research the conditions in this city. From the way Evelyn wrinkled her nose at conditions, I could tell she didn't find them too appealing. Since you're more of a newcomer to LA and our lifestyle, I thought you'd have some interesting thoughts to share. Let's see here. She thoughtfully plucked at the front of her loose shirt with one hand, filling with a small notebook in the other. It seems Randall and his clan are mostly in favor of total anarchy. No plans for a new system of government if they overthrow Charisse. What are your thoughts on a chaotic situation like that, Michiko? It's pretty short-sighted. Peace won't last for long with anarchy. I think it could work if Randall's overseeing things. We can implement laws later if we need them. You can't govern vampires like you can humans. They have to rule themselves. Well, I don't believe in this one, the second one, and I don't believe in this one. I'm more leaning towards the last one. You can't govern vampires like you can humans. They have to rule themselves. Oh, you know, I heard of similar philosophy a couple of centuries ago in France. Centuries. Oh my god. Resulted in a lot of unpleasant situations. Evelyn gave me a long look, her words hanging pointedly in the air for several moments. There's another concerning subject I want to ask about too. You're aware of Randall's view on our relationship with humans, right? He doesn't encourage killing or harming them, but he also won't make any rules that prohibit those things. Do you have an opinion on how humans should be treated, Michiko? I do think we need rules to protect humans from our kind. We should avoid hurting them, but rules against it are pointless. I don't care what happens to humans, to be perfectly honest. I feel like the second choice, we should avoid hurting them, but rules against it are pointless. Because some people are just not going to listen anyway. So even if you put up a rule like, hey, you can't befriend a human, some vampire out there is going to do it because you told them not to. And because, maybe you just happen to fall in love with a human. Pointless. I doubt the humans who are saved from sadistic vampires would call such rules pointless. But again, some vampires aren't going to listen. So, the rules being there will be sort of pointless for those that ignore it. Our driving instinct is to prey on humans. You can't make laws against that. With or without rules, they'll still take advantage of humans. You can't prevent it. Humans are more in danger from each other than us. Yeah, with the rules, with or without it, someone's gonna disobey. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. You can't just let monsters like us roam unchecked. How would you feel if you were still human, knowing some beast is out there waiting to abuse you? Have a little empathy, Michiko. Think about the world you just left behind. Hey, you're wording my words wrong. You seem to have a pretty strong opinion on these things yourself, Evelyn. Is that everything? Can I go now? You have strong opinions. I do. Like I said, I'm an activist in London, but I don't concern myself with our COVID. I don't care much at all about vampire society. It's just a mess of parasites trying to one-up each other, leeching off humanity whenever they can. I'm much more concerned with human society, helping them improve themselves and keeping vampires from meddling where they don't belong. Well, you see, you can be helping humans all they want, but what if the human doesn't want help from a vampire? You're just gonna be ass crushed. She sounded quite determined, a fiery spark flashing in her eyes as she spoke. Well, that's all I wanted to ask you, Michiko. I'll be heading off now. Thanks for your answers. Despite her words, she gave me a slightly disappointed glance, as if my answers had been more disheartening than useful. She worded my words wrong. Evelyn turned away, fiddling with her notebook as she approached a different vampire. Well, we're gonna leave then. Fine, screw it. Leaving. Slipping out of the beach house, I made my way back across the sand. We're gonna visit our boy, Marcus. That I have to blur this entire... Oh god, I almost tipped my drink. Oh my god. We had to blur this entire thing. And sent it up by Blood and Roses to check if Marcus was around. He probably has some interesting insights to offer as usual. Unless he's not here, then I'm doomed. Is he here? Oh god, come on, fam, what the fuck? How am I supposed to blur that? It's literally in the dialogue. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. It's literally in front of the dialogue. I don't think it's too... I would say TOS. Too demonetizable? I don't know. I told Tyler if I have to question if it's demonetizable, it might be. I found Marcus in front of the large floor mannequin, shuffling his feet in some kind of strange movement. When I stepped closer, he came to a stop, swiveling around to face me. Hi, love. Ah, Michiko. It seems you caught me practicing this also with my partner, my evening exercise. I could be your partner instead. I'm a little softer than plastic. Oh, sorry, should I leave? I didn't know you were a dancer. Should I be your partner, sir? I know this is slightly flirtatious, but that's just it. What if I should drop you? No, better not to take the risk. If you drop me, I don't think it's that deep of a fall. Long of a fall. Well, is there anything I could do for you, sister? My ears are at your disposal. Something happened recently. So it seems like if you do visit them, some of the choices are already done and over with. So that's great. Oh, dude, there's no point. Everything is asked already. I can't even ask him about something that happened recently. It was lit up. Very well. We'll see each other again soon, I'm sure. I again don't know if that's demonetizable because the font was fucking in front of it. Leaving Marcus's shop, I returned to the dark streets. Time has passed quickly and the night was already almost over. Time to head back. It had been a fairly quiet night, at least in contrast to my earlier adventures, though I had a feeling the reprieve wouldn't last. Alright, so I don't know why it lit up that there was a choice for something that happened recently and then not give me a choice. That was weird. When I returned to the hotel, I expected Charisse to be in the meeting room like before. Instead, the clerk at the front desk handed me a note when I walked in. Apparently, Charisse was out of town again. Well, great. Let me phone her up. I settled down my bed and pulled the note out of its pristine envelope, scanning over it. Hey Chico, I received a call from Miss Aloysia earlier. Excellent work. Enclosed as a token of my gratitude, expressing dead presidents. Don't spend it all in one place. I turned the envelope upside down and out fell a bundle of bills. Whoa. A shockingly large amount of money, too. Your next task will be ready soon. Keep up the admirable performance, and one day you might end up as my right-hand woman. What if I don't want that? By the way, I heard about the failed meeting at Saturnalia. It's simply unbelievable, but I doubt you and Heath could have done anything to stop it. Still, with enough persistence, it won't be the end of potential negotiations. As a final word of warning, there has been another murder. The mutilation was identical to the body found in the sewers, except instead of an Ascari agent, the victim was a Golgotha. Be on your toes, Michiko. We do not know where they will strike next. I assume they're going to strike a Mavar next. I'll see you soon. Locke. Well, at least I hadn't immediately been thrown another errand, which meant I had some time to do as I pleased. And this is actually where I am going to stop for today's episode. We met a new girl, and that's about it. Got to talk to Heath a bit and to see his point of view of everything. And that's about it, because Marcus didn't really give us much. We saw him dancing with a mannequin, which I'm not down for mannequins, because they're close to dolls. And I don't like dolls or puppets. So anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
You touch it,